Yeah, what'd you think about that?
That's dope.
What up, man? I
What
am
up?
Rocky Rob,
I'm Big Sick.
and welcome to Mind Walks podcast.
Oh
And
yeah.
what do we talk about today?
Today the
Like,
topic is Ouija boards, which many people are freaked out by. But we'll let you know our thoughts, and maybe by the end of the episode, you'll think different.
right, and
So
go ahead.
I was just gonna say. So what are your? Do you know anything about the Ouija board as far as history? What do you know
I
about it,
just,
Rocky?
only thing I know is what I've heard stories about, mo- not just movies, but like real like stories and superstitions, But I've never actually messed with one. I've never, s- I've never seen it in person. Like what happens,
Well, I do know that Parker Brothers was the reason for the Ouija board getting popularized. They put it out as a board game. Um, I don't know what year it was. Probably, I'm guessing in the 70s, maybe 80s. And they put it out as a board game, like, oh, come have fun and that. But talking boards have been around since probably the beginning of time, as fucking witches and even like shamans and anybody that would quote unquote communicate with the dead, you know, that's where they came from. But as far as history, I don't know too much about the history of them myself, but I do know that Parker Brothers had a huge. I mean, they're the reason that the Ouija board exists today, in a commercial sense. You go to the store, you go to Toys R Us. I mean, if they're still open, you go anywhere. Walmart. Walmart has a Ouija board. You can buy it.
right?
It's a board game. But is it really a board game? What do you think?
That's the question, right? Is it really a board game or is it something to get in contact with loved ones, or maybe you're want to summon something and you think you can control it, but you can't, right?
Um, do you? Here's a question that I don't know if anybody would really know, but do you think Parker Brothers thinks that it's just a board game, or do you think that they think they know what it is?
I I think they know what it is, but they want people to find out.
Yeah. And,
Uh, I do got a couple pictures here. I only got like three of them. I could.
all right, let's see some pictures.
So this is the one I found, and
That is an
it's
interesting board.
yeah. I heard it was like I guess something similar to the Ouija board, maybe something more ancient looking, and I mean that one you could tell it's brand new, but the design is probably more
Yeah.
deeper
There's a lot of
meaning.
symbols on that, and I could decode them, most of them, but I need time. And that is a really, really awesome Ouija board. A round one too. But that looks really cool.
Right. Then we got this one right here.
Okay, I like that one. And you also have the pendulum, which we can talk about sometime. That's another way to talk to spirits.
Right. And then there's like different variations that I found that one.
That's cool with the devil on it.
Yeah. But those are some of the pictures I found.
What about video? Let's see if you got a video.
A video. Okay. Um, I got a video right here.
You scared? Neil, you scared? No? Alright, we ain't doing none of the TV shit. I think all that shit is fake. We just gonna ask simple ass questions. We ain't hold no fucking hands. We just gonna see what the fuck happened. We made our own fucking Ouija board.
Don't we gotta put our fingers on it?
No, ain't nobody touching it. That's phony. If there's a ghost in here, he gonna move that motherfucker by his damn self.
Well, I know you think it's cold in here too.
Don't try to scare you with the TV shit. Nobody's cold. The AC is on in the house. Don't even try. Ready. Ready. Is there anyone else in here besides us? Can you hear me?
Hold on, give it a minute.
How long we gotta fucking wait?
Shit.
That's crazy.
What do you think about that?
I always like the question, like, was it rigged or was it not? Because I've seen some shit, Well, we'll talk about that a little bit later, my experiences with it, and then it makes me think, was my experience real or not? Like, I don't know. Maybe I was just hallucinating. I don't know. Maybe I was doing something. I don't know. But let's give a final thought on our what we know about just what we know historically. I think that's all I know. As far as I just know, it's been a communication device for a long time.
I think it's something far more ancient, and people discovered it, and they're like, let's turn it into a board game.
Exactly.
Let's get people to use it.
All right, let's hear the first song, Rocky.
All right. Actually, this is more. This is off your old album here, and it was. I was listening to it, and I was like, it's not really a song. It's more like a phone call, if you would say. Let's listen to it. Maybe you could tell me, you know, more about it after it's done.
All right, let's do it.
Hello?
Hi,
Hi, can I help you?
is this ESP, the psychic?
Yes, I do. How can I help you?
Hi, I was wondering when I could come in for a session.
For a session?
Do you read tarots or palms or what?
Yes, I read tarot. Yes.
Now,
Would you want to come in?
now, do you do Ouija boards?
No, I don't.
When could I? When can I come in?
Right now, I'm pretty booked up until next week.
Is this your? Are you normally open late? Because I like the night.
Excuse me?
I work late. So are you open late?
No, I'm not. I'm not open late. I'm only open until 7 in the afternoon.
How much do you usually charge?
I charge $55 a reading.
55?
Yes.
Oh, how long is that for?
It depends on the person, sweetheart. Did you ever have your reading done before?
No, I haven't.
No, you haven't. How do you know about Ouija boards? Why would you want a Ouija board?
When I was a young kid, I would sometimes sneak into my parents' room, but they told me not to touch it, but I did anyway. Because they're very religious people.
Oh. You used to play with it when you was a little boy?
When I was like 9 or 10 years old, I did.
Uh-huh.
And sometimes it would move on its own.
Uh-huh. So, you want to learn more about it, or you want to... What's the deal with it?
Oh, but I do have some problems, and I was wanting to ask you a question.
Okay, go ahead.
When I sleep at night, I have bad dreams, and I make weird noises and say evil things in my sleep. Is that natural or?
No, it's not natural. You're in black magic.
Sometimes.
It
Yeah. But I have bad dreams about hell and heaven and different.
Do you have problems to work also? Do you have this problem at work?
No, I don't. I only when I sleep, I make noises. It's like so. My friend's mom said I said 666 in my sleep, and all sorts of crazy stuff. What do you think about that though? Noises, is that natural?
Well, of course not.
Is that demonic or angelic or voodoo or what?
Well, it depends. Are you into that? Do you do voodoo?
I'm actually not into it anymore, but I was.
You used to try to hurt people?
I used to get in a lot of fights.
Okay. All right, Michael, this is what you do. You call me one day next week, and I'll make an appointment to see you.
And we can talk about noises, right?
Yeah, you want to get rid of them, correct? Or you want to...
Yeah, they're kind of disturbing. Because when I invite a girl over, I'm sleeping next to her. She thinks I'm a freak. She leaves. That's not good. It's like I've always been single,
Yeah, I know. I see that by your vibration. You're a very lonely person.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. And how old is your friend? What is this, a boyfriend you stay over to?
Yeah, he's myself. I'm 21. I mean 22. He's 19.
All right, Mike. This is what you do. You call me one day next week, and I'll make an appointment. Okay?
All right, that sounds great.
How did you hear about me?
I was driving my friend to work one day, and I managed to I saw your lights in the window, and I saw the number, so I was like, oh, I make weird noises, and I might have to find out what they are someday. I've asked preachers and reverends and all sorts of people, and I don't know. Nobody's helped me.
All right, then you call me one day next week, and I'll make an appointment with you.
All right, that sounds good.
Okay.
All right, bye.
First of all, did you ever call and make the appointment?
No. Fuck no, I never called back.
Like, what
that
the
prank
hell
call
happened
to me was disappointing because she kept bringing out. Okay, so it's mixed. I used to do prank calls with my friend back in the day, and I decided to record some for my album Fear of God back in 2005. So I wanted to put some prank calls about what I'm into. I'm into Ouija boards and dark magic and the shit I rap about. So I was like, oh, I'll call. I was driving by one day, driving my friend to work, and I saw one of those fucking psychics, that you see everywhere, and
Right.
especially in Michigan, Detroit especially. You see, you're not in Detroit, but you see all that shit there. You know what I'm saying? So it was just someone's
Right.
house, and it had one of those fucking light up signs that said psychic and then a number. And I was like, all right, let me prank these motherfuckers because I'm into magic and I do make weird noises in my sleep, but my weird noises is because I have sleep apnea. So I sometimes will gasp or choke or something, or talk. I even sleep talk. I did say 666 in my sleep, but some of the shit was true, but other shit like, the parents with the Ouija board, all that. They're Christian. Why would they have a Ouija board? So I'm trying to fuck with this person, but they keep bringing out the real me, and I'm like, so it's a mixture of both, and I'm like, dude, it's not as funny as it can as I wanted it to be, but
Right.
it still fit my album, so I threw it in. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
I was like, when I heard of Ouija boards, I was like, this is part of the show.
yeah, I mean because we'll talk about that. Actually, yeah. What's next up?
Or what?
We're talking about right here. We're going to go right into our thoughts and the stories
Oh, yeah.
we have heard. We have heard of the Ouija board.
Oh yeah.
So what are your thoughts? Like, so you heard that phone call with me, and I
Yeah.
did play a lot. I played the Ouija board so much that, and I'm kind of going to the next subject. So I'm gonna pull it back in a minute. But I played it a lot obsessively. So what are your thoughts on it? What are your true thoughts?
I
Have you
think
ever
it
played with
is.
one? Have you ever touched one?
I've only touched the unopened box, like I've held it in my hands, but never opened it one. Never played with one. Never been around people who wanted to play with it. You know.
What stories have you heard about it? What have people told you about it?
Well, I've heard story. I've looked up stories about like Zuzu's the main one. You know, he's something big. Uh, was he some? Was what did they actually summon a Zuzu, an ancient demon, or not really a demon, more like an ancient dimensional being? And we just don't understand it.
Yeah, it's beyond demonic. Yeah, it's
Yeah, we don't understand it, but we say demon anyways because that's the best way we could put it.
and true, and it was also true, and that also was more popularized by The Exorcist. Um, it was based on a true story of Pazuzu and Zozo and stuff like that, and so you know, fucking yeah, like nobody knows what it is. Nobody knows what Zozo is.
Right.
So, you know, what do you so you think Zozo is interdimensional being, I guess
Well,
similar to like Cthulhu and stuff like that?
yeah, I
Like the
think
elder
like
god?
yeah, and because the way they took form in their dimension when they cross over, even if they're not malevolent, there could be a benevolent being, but because the way they look, they look like a demon or they look hideous to us, but that's
Now when I
because that's
watched the Exorcist on that shit, as a kid I was terrified. I was like I was terrified of demons, you know.
have you seen the new one?
No, I haven't had the chance to see it. I heard it's on
Oh,
Paramount, but I haven't had the chance to see it yet. But I
it's
mean,
on Peacock.
oh, Peacock, that's it. But
Yeah,
I was so terrified that I grew up Christian, so I was terrified that I'd get possessed, and I was terrified. Once I saw fucking Regan with her fucking green eyes and spitting vomit and shit, I was like, oh fuck no. Fucking head twisting backwards. I was like, fuck no. You know what I mean?
man, yeah, you would get this one kind of freaked me out because it was two little girls. That was
Oh
crazy.
wow. I have to check it out.
That shit was fucking. It was insane. I was like, this is so good. I was like, they're gonna. We're kind of straighten off talking about movies.
Shit. I mean,
It's
not to go
funny,
off subject, but maybe that's another segment we should put in too. Maybe we should watch some
right?
movies, even if they're fictional on the subject, and then talk about the movies.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, Exorcist. Exorcism is a real thing. So
You got the
I mean,
Exorcism of Emmeline Rose. That movie freaked the fuck out of me.
I gotta see. It's like I was telling my dad. I've been looking around trying to find extras like real possession people because I want to see it for myself.
All
I
right,
want to be.
here's a segue. I agree with Rocky. So you need to either write in or find one of us. You can write in at info@gotbudrecords with a z.com. I want to know if you have any experiences, you've seen anything, whatever it is, we want to know. Rocky wants to know. He's asking right now.
Yes, any priest, any whatever you are. Uh,
If you're a professional, write in and tell us if you see this, even if it's 2, 3 years, 4 years later, still write us. Find us and write us because we want to know your experience. And Rocky, you got a video or song for us?
Yeah, I have another video here.
Why you should never play with a Ouija board.
The deliberate attempt to contact the spirit of a deceased person is known as a seance.
Hey.
But I have a skill you might like.
What the fuck?
Want to try it? Chee-hee! 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 Chee-hee!
Hello? Oh my god!
So yeah, what do you think about that? What do you think about that video?
Now, is that from the Ouija board? Like, when did he play it? That's the question. All it said was that's why you don't mess with the Ouija boards, because
Well,
even though
like I was telling somebody else, fucking, it could be also. I mean, that could be multiple things. Is it a Ouija board, or also now it could be another podcast topic, demons. You know, so
right,
or whatever they are, whatever it is, evil spirits, entities, whatever you want to call them, negativity.
right,
So,
I think you can. I think it's just the portal you open. We can't see the portal, but at least not to the human eyes.
so do you think that that video was real or fake?
I mean, it's kind of hard these days because nowadays you can fake make up shit
Yeah, especially for
and
clout. People just want the clout, you know.
yeah, but I don't know if it was real. It's just I mean, it seems kind of like because the dog was barking too, and you know,
The people could have been riling them up, though.
that's true. I don't know.
I'm just playing devil's advocate here. I'm not saying you're wrong.
Right?
I like to know every aspect.
There's a possibility that it could be real or they're just faking it.
Yeah. All right, hit us with a song real quick first.
All right.
Devil's hand, taboo, double trouble coming, what's there to do? There's nowhere to run, there's nowhere to hide. These two occultistic beliefs are gonna make you die. Let me take you on a journey through the wicked world. Speaking about occultism in the plural. Perfect timing cause the moon is out shining. Thoughts round over, that's so hypnotizing. I chose Tuesday as a day that I would cast. Channeling natural energy extremely fast. Death to an enemy
I only got not one more of your songs. The last one is psychedelic.
So. You are embarrassing me, motherfucker.
People need to know your music, dude. Come on.
that will assist your need. Make your victim on your knees. Beg and plead. We need some 7-color candles, all or none. Hurry up, Diablo, and go get me some. Witchcraft, voodoo, devil's hand, taboo, double trouble coming. What's there to do? There's nowhere to run. There's nowhere to hide. These two occultistic beliefs are gonna make you die. Witchcraft, voodoo, devil's hand, taboo, double trouble coming. What's there to do? There's nowhere to run. There's nowhere to hide. These two occultistic beliefs are gonna make you die. Time for me to get my image candle, it's all black. Baptize it now with these words and repeat them back to back. Turn it upside down and into the personal belonging, or even dirt from the front lawn will work. See, for this that requires much concentration, but that is a given in any relation. Imagine casting spells, shit in tongues. This spell will get rid of nosy neighbors, that ain't fun. After I hollow out the bottom of the candle, and after I insert the necklace made of enamel, I put on a pair of one-time use surgical gloves and anoint my candle with 2 oils listed above. On my spell sheet, anoint from feet to head. Visualize a candle as my neighbor and tell them they're dead. Only if they stand at home right next to mine, but if they move away, they'll be fine and divine happiness and bliss and all that good shit. To move is a bit, I put the candle in a plate, rise up, knock down, all around me there be no sound, but silence and nothing louder. So it's time to bring me half the powder, take a spoonful and blow it gently on the pour. So when you other powders, I repeat the same process. Get some cayenne pepper, sprig it on the candle's flesh of the head. Now get the burner of the incense. Bitches ain't no nonsense. I place this right in front of my plate, the incense, and I'm using get away. Then I light the charcoal and I can smell the vapors. Before I do that, I get a marker and some brown paper. I write the victim's name down 27 times. Use my thumb, I'm marking X, crossing both diagonal lines. Black-eyed soil lizard chart for working this procedure. I tell them again if they stay in the home, they're gonna have a seizure. Then I trace the X with the 3 powders that I bought. Pull the paper away from me, cause that's what I was taught. To my charcoal, I add some getaway incense powders. 9 times I repeat a verse, but not too loud though. Next powder in the coal is gonna be some Vesta. Also throw the little folded paper up in there. Double trouble. 9 nights in a row, I do this with the incense in the paper. Double trouble. 9 nights in a row, I do this with the incense in the paper. Double trouble. Each of the 9 mornings when I wake up, I talk to nobody, go to my incense, scoop up a portion of the remainder and pour the top of the candle. Then proceed with my day, chilling just like normal. For one last night, I do the same routine with the incense in the paper and they all burning. The ninth night around, my incense candle gets lit up. Candles covered in powders, looks like I gotta clean this shit up. Made my prayer smoke so weed, gotta stay for this process. Cause when it's done, I'll have my fun, making them balls out of the wax and the excess goes to the crossroads in a brown paper bag.
It's fucking dope. I don't know why you embarrassed, dude. It's fucking dope.
On my way home, I was thrown. Wax was on the roof of my neighbor, but they don't care though, cause they moving out soon.
Got bud.
Witchcraft, voodoo, devil's hand,
Got blood, big stick, Diablo, motherfucker. Back in the day.
There's nowhere to hide. These two occultistic beliefs are gonna make you die. Concentrate on your goals and needs. Then prick your finger on the document that reads what you wanna do, where you wanna go, what you wanna be. Devour their soul, the light, the wick. Don't forget your
Yeah, but I think he wants to come back out. The beast wants to get let loose.
Before you know it, their life will be a fucking disaster.
You're just high, motherfucker.
3 days, that's what come to him in certain fucking ways.
I'm smoking dabs over here, motherfucker.
Before his eyes, followed up by several screams and
I got-
fucking cries. But it won't last long before he's dead. That's all for now, folks. Now time to move ahead. Witchcraft, voodoo, devil's hand, taboo, double trouble coming. What's there to do? There's nowhere to run. These two occultistic beliefs are gonna make you die. Witchcraft, voodoo, devil's hand, taboo,
That's a long time. 2005.
There's nowhere to run. There's nowhere to hide. These two occultistic beliefs are gonna make you die.
That beat though, man. Yeah.
Dude, my producer is Jason Porter. You heard of him, right?
Yeah.
You know Jason Porter. You know Jason Porter, though. Rocky.
Yeah.
Rocky, you're still going. The beat's been done, man. You know Jason Porter?
You show. I don't know him personally.
Dude, all right, let me tell you. Jason Porter is a fucking man, all right? He produced all my beats and shit. He's a rapper that used to be big in Detroit, like locally. Like he wasn't like Kid Rock or ICP big, but he was pretty decently known. He was in a group with somebody else. I forgot their name, but he was known in Detroit. Like he was like Project Born style known. You know what I'm saying? Fucking the most recent shit he did was a song with Mars, MARS, and they got actually raided by the feds, like at the music video. They actually got raided. It wasn't a fucking planned thing, and that was like 3 or 4 years ago. But he hasn't done anything since. I contacted him recently. He's going to be producing my new album, most of it. It's going to be him and Shy One, but Jason Porter is actually doing personal beats. Shy One, I just bought beats from. Jason Porter has specifically made what I wanted. Fucking, because my album is themed, so I need him to do it, and he knows that. Fucking, so yeah, Jason, he went by Jason Porter's Dead. Look up the song I'll Tell You. In fact, that's a request. Please stop playing my music. And if I can request, before I speak about, and you also speak about your experiences, I would like to request Jason Porter's Dead. A Jason Porter's Dead song.
Jason Porter?
Jason Porter's Dead. I'll Tell You. The song's called I'll Tell You. Now, he made this song before I even made my album. But this is when he came with his singles album. And he's a sick-ass rapper. He raps about, like, nasty shit, like shit that would offend everybody nowadays, you know? Abortions and crack and, you know, fucking...
I would have to, like, download it and get it uploaded.
We can do also artist episodes if you want to do it, where I can talk about Jason Porter's Dead and my career. I mean, that could be mine. Every guy but artist, and fucking, and we can have. I might be able to get Jason Porter on there, and also have some of his music lined up. But check out Jason Porter's Dead. You know, he's produced all my beats for my first album, almost every one of them. I'd say 95% of them he did it on my album. The reason he wasn't on my album was a crazy reason, but I don't want to talk about that right now. It's not because we don't like each other. Something happened in the studio where it was like the song got fucked up. So I'll talk about that on my mind, though. I don't want to take too much time on this about me. This is about Ouija boards. So fucking... You got any more clips or anything, Rocky?
Yeah, I'll play another. Let's see.
This group of young people is playing a spiritual game in the cemetery. They picked up an old mat left behind in the cemetery. This mat is used to cover the body of a person who has died in an accident, a custom in Southeast Asia. They performed a prayer and cast spells on a puppet. Then he stuffed the puppet into the mat and rolled it up, using 3 red threads to tie it up. They cast their spells again and waited. After lying still for a while, the mat began to move. And what the hell happened?
What I was saying is, like, people are so scared of that shit, but what can it really do to you? You know what I'm saying? Like, truly, what can it do to you? The most it could do to you is, like, possess you, but that's only if you let it. Fucking...
You're asking for it, and then you get scared. Because
yeah. That's perfect, yeah. I like that. Alright. So now, we're going into this. Rocky Rob. Have you, your kids, anybody that you know have had personal experiences with the Ouija board at all?
Not really. I never really. None of my family was all. They were all religious and superstitious, so they never. I never grew up with like people know who did that kind of stuff.
But you
Not
have
till
one.
late.
You have one.
I have one.
Or you had one? You said
No, my
you
cousin had one.
your cousin had one? Oh, okay.
That was a long time ago, and yeah,
Did they ever use it?
no, they never opened it. My auntie found it. She got pissed off and threw it away, and before it was opened.
Yeah. Fucking. So you've had no experience with it at all, huh?
No, no experience.
I'm gonna tell you two things. I've had experience, quite a few. However, I'm only gonna tell one experience. And don't fucking do it. But I still want to do it. So I'm a hypocrite with it. The Ouija board is not a game. It is a tool to open up another dimension, another reality, that or allow spirits on this world that are lower, like lower astral spirits,
Yeah.
to leech
Now,
on you and contact you. That's why you feel all fucking like if you use a Ouija board, you feel like you're drained. Literally, like you ran a fucking marathon. Fucking.
I would touch it, but I would watch you do it. I would be in the same room.
I mean,
Like
that might be worse for you though, because if you don't take part, supposedly, I don't know because I've always taken part. It's easier to possess people that are not taking part in it, but are in the room. I don't know
what
why.
if, like I always had this. This is like a crazy thing right here. Like, what if I could like whatever is trying to take over my body, but I end up taking over it, like having control over it and
Oh yeah,
using its abilities, and I don't know.
that's dope as shit to think about. You think about
Uh,
that. Our
yeah.
audience needs to think about what he just said. Write in, tell us your thoughts about what he said because that was some crazy shit. Well, do you think that you can take over an entity by overpowering it in some way that's from the Ouija board? I mean, primarily from the Ouija board, a spirit. Fucking,
Uh, I would
you know?
basically become. I would basically try to become the next King Solomon and just have a ring control fucking
Yeah,
everyone.
I wanted one of those rings too because I've been getting into the Goetia and shit. Anyway,
Yeah.
my personal experience is crazy. I've had a lot of personal experiences with Ouija board. Of course, I'm into the occult way more than Rocky. So he's more into conspiracies. I'm more into the occult. So I'm into this shit. Um, I used to have a huge fear for the Ouija board. Like I said, I grew up religious. I loved horror movies, but it's so the demonic possession and the Ouija boards it used to scare the fuck out of me. Um, until I was a young teenager, probably 16. I started getting the books about witchcraft and stuff, but I started liking the Ouija board. I was like, me, I like the darker side of life anyway. So I like cemeteries, witches, Ouija boards, all that. I grew up watching horror movies. So I started liking the Ouija board and I got really, really addicted to the Ouija board. And this is a true story. And you can call me a fucking liar if you want. But I know in my heart I'm not lying. This actually happened, right? So I was addicted to the Ouija board and I would play it literally daily for 8 hours a day. You know, I feel drained all the fucking time. These spirits would ask me to do things. So one time they asked me to go to Bachelor's Grove Cemetery. Have you ever heard of Bachelor's Grove, Rocky?
Nah.
All right, it's a huge cemetery. It's one of the most haunted cemeteries in the United States. It's in Illinois. Al Capone, there's a moat there, a literal moat in the cemetery. Al Capone used to drown dead bodies in there, and the the place is in shambles now. It's not taken care of. People go in there and they do all sorts of shit, rituals, fucking. There's actual Satanists that do rituals behind it, and I seen a huge blood pentagram with a fucking with a like a steer head when I went, and fucking apparently they'll try to kill you. Like they have guns. They'll shoot you to death if you find their shit and you find them. But fucking back to my story is so one day I'm talking to the board. It's one of my 8-hour sessions, maybe 10 hours. I don't know how fucking long. It was literally all day. I didn't do anything else except for shit, eat, and play this Ouija board. And it told me to go to the store, pick out a flower, and bring it to Bachelor's Grove Cemetery. The board told me this, and I was like, I have no gas. Literally, I'm on E. I have no money at this point. I literally have to walk there, and that's to drive there is an hour because it's all the way in Cicero, which is near Chicago. I believe it's Cicero, but it says no, go. It will be fine. So I was like, all right, I hope I don't get stranded. So I started driving with this board, and I'm driving, and I go to a 7-Eleven, and I'm there to pick out a flower like it told me to do, right? So I go online and I pick out a flower, and I believe it's a yellow rose. And I don't remember what color it was. I believe it was yellow. And there was a bunch of colored roses. I mean, obviously red was the most popular rose color. So I'm in line. I turn around and look. There's this homeless guy right behind me. He didn't come in. I didn't see him in there, but he's right behind me. He has like scraggly hair. His top of his head is bald, but the scraggly hair. His eyes were so cataract that you couldn't fucking see shit from piss through them. You know what I'm saying? Like he was just standing there staring at me, like it was a horror movie, dude. It was like fucking, and he's like, "That's a nice yellow rose you have there." Oh, no. And then I turned around to pay, and I turned around again, and he wasn't there. So I was like, "What the fuck?" And I was like, "Oh, that's kind of cool. I'm into creepy shit, you know." but I still was like freaked out. So then I'm low on gas. I have the flower. I'm low on gas, and I'm like, dude, I'm not gonna fucking make it. It's another fucking hour from here, dude. Like I'm literally on E. So the board told me to go. So guess what? I start driving. Fucking I drive. My gas gauge never goes down. Never goes down, dude. The entire time I go there and back. Doesn't go down.
Oh my gosh.
So I make it there. My gas is still the same. I don't know how. My gas is when I left 7-Eleven. Fucking. So I go. So it's illegal to go in this place, right? So I got to park on a side street. Like I said, it's illegal to go in, and it's full of people that will probably murder you at times. And so I said, fuck it. They wanted me to go there and lay this at one of the graves. So I go in there with the board and the flower. I walk through. So when you walk through Bachelor's Grove, the trees form an awning all the way to the graveyard. Literally, they curve inwards. You cannot see shit. You need a huge ass flashlight. Literally, the place is fucking pitch dark. This is at night, so all I have is incense, dude. That's it. Because I believed at the time incense could ward off some evil spirits. So I went and I walked through the tunnel type thing, and I went into the graveyard. Now, if you ever been to that graveyard, it's not taken care of. Graves are smashed. There's people doing ritual back there. The moat, I won't even go near it, but there's a rumor that there's a house that appears on that moat, and you go in the house and you disappear forever. Either that or you just fall in. I don't fucking know, you know? That's the myth, though, you know? Fucking, anyways. So I went there. I'm playing a Ouija board. I mean, I'm playing it. I'm laying it at the grave. I'm playing it. And yeah, I'm playing it for all fucking night. And I'm hoping nobody gets me, you know? So I fucking do it. I go home. Now,
Mm.
that's the only, until we do the demonic possession story sometime in the future, we'll do a demonic possession. That's
Yep.
all you motherfuckers get to know, because it will leach on to another podcast. So it's like a
Nice.
cliffhanger, motherfucker.
Right? So look,
I'll keep you wondering, what happened after that?
Yeah,
What happened after that leads to demonic possession?
that is the question. But we got Joanna Jackson. What's the channel about? She said. And Joanna, this channel is my music channel. It's my main channel until we could probably just create our own official like Mind Walks podcast channel. And but this channel, this segment, this show we do is about discussing topics like we're doing now, our Ouija boards. We talked about aliens, and we're gonna talk about other stuff.
Yeah,
What do you want to
basically,
tell this?
it's what he said, and I'm just piggybacking off of that. We're gonna be doing a podcast every other week that deals with our thoughts. We know a little bit about everything, but we're not experts. We're here to share our thoughts. We're also here to bring people on near the end of the show, or they can type in the chat, or they can email their thoughts about the subjects, if they've had any personal experiences with the subjects, which is mostly occult, conspiracy, anything that's weird, like cryptids, anything that's like strange. So we'll be talking about one subject every 2 weeks. We've done aliens, and today is Ouija boards. Tune in next time. I don't know what we're gonna do for the third one yet.
And yeah, I hope y'all enjoy. I hope y'all can share it. And I will work on making a official Mind Walks podcast channel.
And join it on Facebook. Mind Walks podcast on Facebook.
And do we gotta? I think you made an X, right?
Yep.
Or yep.
Now, if you what's her name?
Let's see. This is if she's still in the chat, is Joanna Jackson.
I know, Joanna. You can also type in the chat if you had experiences. We'll read it in here. Any thoughts you have. We do want this podcast also to have fan interaction, especially near the end. If you want to come on here, even, and if you had any experiences or thoughts, if you fucking hate us for talking about it, just come on here and just tell us that. Because some people don't like these subjects. You know, some people are religious, some people are just against these things. I mean, I don't know if I like some of these subjects. I'm terrified of fucking aliens. So, you know, if you ever want to come on video, Rocky can invite you, whoever it is, not just you, whoever watches this. Near the end of the show, we're gonna have a segment that you can either read your emails, or we'll have chosen few come on. Like if we have too many, come on and talk about their experiences.
Oh yeah, that'd be fun.
You want to play a song? You want to play a song, and
yep.
you can't. It can't be mine though.
No, well, this is Psychedelic Psychopaths. It's a song featuring. Well, you'll see.
Shit spit fire like I'm Spyro. People think I give a shit. shit, well let me tell you I don't. Lost all my peripherals, now I can see my side hoe. Side note, doctor, I need glasses for my eye holes. All I see is darkness when I stare into her eyeballs. I crawl around the floor searching for a knife so I can slit her throat and leave her body laying ice cold. And I know, these voices ain't real. And I hope I'm ready to be a fulfilled. People say they love me cause I'm always acting cynical. Leave the water running, life gets bloody like a ritual. Morphine silly putty, tell my buddy it's a gift for you. I'm morphing anybody with opinions I can listen to. People have these issues cause they always think they're optionless. Find another option, beat the problem, now it's obvious. The issue ain't the problem, it's yourself, so you can't rock with us. Chilling on the porch, I'm making beats and sipping zombie dust.
Automatic, systematic, addict with an attitude. Creeping to your attic through the static. What I had to do was wait until you're sleeping in your mattress for a stab at you, cause I'm a fucking psycho off the mic, go in a manic mood. Wait until I'm huffing on the nitrous, cutting you to slices, I'ma show you what this knife is. Not opposed to violence, walk around my city with an ice pick. Call the cops for 5 minutes, tell them all what I did. Yeah, I ain't worried how they feeling from it. Tell them how I killed you, sprayed your blood up on the ceiling from it. Shit, now I know that you ain't healing from it. Basic in the basement when I break you down with chemicals in. Damn, another cynical plan. Homies home invasion for a couple of grams. Owed me what a page, at least a couple of grand. Now go inside in time before I cut off your hands. I said, where you at? I need the coordinates pronto. Zodiac's back, the insubordinate macho. Hands behind the back, I high speed chasing the Bronco. They don't know where I'm at, I won't be found in Toronto. Little pound from Chicago, I got from Armando. Don't know what I'm on, it's what I got from Vermont though. But how did my mom's though get into my body though? Cause I can go to get the baby higher than Pablo.
And I know, these voices ain't real. And I hope I'm ready to be a fulfilled.
Let's go, it's Big Merc. A certified psychopathic, I'm hiding knives in my jacket. The kind of guy getting head while he's driving by you in traffic. Keep having dreams of enemies lying inside of caskets. Like, why am I such a savage? I'm Iron Mike when I'm jabbing. Got criminal intent to dump a clip right through your fence. Blindfolded, but somehow I still hit you in your head. Whoop whoop, I'm on my juggalo shit. She sucked me off so much it feels like snuffleupagus lips. A lot of rappers wanted beef but started jumping to shit. They know I'd leave them bleeding lifeless when they jugular slip. I still joke on my seat that they been shooketh. On a plane to USA doing acid with Slim Crooked. Pull out a hatchet just for practice, get all of your limbs took 'em, then cook 'em. All my ops have been dodging these big bullets, real shit. From Indiana out to Canada, so many blood puddles. Somebody please call a janitor, it's Mercules.
Damn, man.
Mercury's killed that shit.
God. Hey, you know he has a song and he did with ICP. When he's gonna release it, I have no idea.
Who knows? Yeah.
But you know this motherfucker is gonna play at the gathering next year.
Oh yeah. So nobody today? Who do we have today? Anybody?
There's nobody in the chat so far. Hasn't commented anything. I wish I had like different phones. I need to charge my other phone so I can start using that to check the other chats, like Twitch and X. And...
So we'll just say that fucking we don't have any guests today. So we'll let you know our new topic for next week. But what do you want to say in closing, Rocky? What do you? Summarize that? What do you think about Ouija boards?
I think they're just portals, and you don't know. You think you may get in contact with. It's like a gamble, I guess, like a game of chance. Like
Monopoly.
You can summon whoever you're trying to see, but that portal stays open too long, other shit's gonna come through.
Yeah.
So you have to be quick. You have to like do whatever you're gonna do and just be done with it.
Now here's the thing. Some people say it's your subconscious moving it. What do you think about that?
I see that too.
It's actually not a demon. It's your subconscious. That's what some people say.
I see that happening because, like, you can, what's it called? You can, fuck, yeah, I lost my train of thought. Let me get this pen. Let me get this pen and see if I can
You,
get it back.
I'm smoking here like crazy. How high are you?
Pretty stoned right now,
Same.
but it's good shit. Um, I do. Dang, this is something I've been so. I know this is like we're closing, but there's something I want to talk about real quick, and
Go ahead.
it's I've been thinking about Bigfoots lately. No, and
I have an obsession with Bigfoot. I don't know if you knew that.
and I had this experience actually not too long ago. Uh,
Wait. Is this a Bigfoot experience?
you could say that
Why not
some
save it for
sort.
the episode? That could be the next episode. Bigfoot.
Yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. I do want to discuss it. I was like, and
Next episode, episode 3. 2 weeks from today. It'll probably be a little bit earlier. It'll probably be 10 or 11 Eastern. Bigfoot. You
yep.
got any thoughts about Bigfoot? You got any
Um,
experiences with Bigfoot, which would be awesome? Bigfoot experts, whatever the fuck that means, email us info@gotbudrecords.com or hit up Rocky Rob or hit up me for the next episode. If you want to talk about Bigfoots, right now we're at the podcast. This is where you come in. And then depending on how long you are, is how long the podcast is going to be. We ain't got no time. Feel free to come on at this stage. When we're done discussing our shit, you discuss your shit. And the podcast could be 2-3 hours, depending, you know?
right. Uh, that's why I decided to do like uh okay, so like mine walk is every 2 weeks, and I was like, well, I could do the other 2 weeks. In between those other 2 weeks is a music show,
Right.
and just keep it like that, like
So, Bigfoot, Yeti, whatever the fuck you want to call them. Is that the same? I don't know if that's the same thing. Sasquatch? Is that all the same shit?
uh,
Um,
I think there's other species, different species,
so
but
what do you think? You write to us for 2 weeks from today. You write us what you think about Bigfoot, and we would like some submissions, especially from you Got Bud motherfuckers, because this is a Got Bud Records podcast with two Got Bud artists, Rocky Rob and Big Sick. Got
oh
Bud,
yeah,
motherfucker.
yeah. I'm gonna play that video I made again,
Play that video.
letting people know. Uh, that's for you motherfuckers who doesn't Uh, yes.